أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نون والقلم وما يسطرون. ما أنت بنعمة ربك بمجنون، وإن لك لأجرا غير ممنون، وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم. صدق الله العظيم. اللهم صل. Women and Mu'minat, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this a blessed evening for all of us and allow us to seek His forgiveness and return to Him on this evening, and allow us to be beautiful to our loved ones, those who passed away from our gatherings, with the recitations of Quran and with sadaqat, charity, tonight and tomorrow, inshallah. We owe them that duty, and therefore we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the opportunity to be righteous and dutiful, inshallah. Continuing, this is the first Thursday we're having a discussion after the month of Ramadan. We had a break last week, so inshallah we will continue on Thursdays having our Akhlaaq discussions, and I would like to keep it as a dialogue, so inshallah we can learn from each other and have our discussions benefit all of us, inshallah. The important reflection I want to make tonight is the fact that the complete characters, and we will focus on them, the complete characters that we should learn from to become complete in our akhlaq are the Prophet ﷺ and his progeny and his family, salawatullah wa salamu alayhim ajma'in. They are definitely the complete figures. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is referred to by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. Surely you have, or you possess, the high standard of morality. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to him. And he swears about that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a qasam before that, Noon wal qalami wa ma yasturun, to eventually say, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. Surely you have the highest levels of morality. He is in that status, and he is a great role model. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says in the Holy Quran that surely in the Messenger of God is a great example for you. Uswatun hasanatun. Those who believe in God and the hereafter, they have a great example. Whenever we speak of akhlaq, we speak of a complete set of akhlaq, not just one being good with neighbor and not good with family, for example. Good with family, not good with neighbor. Or good with both, but not good with the boss at work. Or good with the boss at work, not good with the boss at home. I mean the wife at home. Good with this and not good. It doesn't work this way. One has to be a complete package. A Muslim has to be a complete package. And part of being a complete package is to have good akhlaq as a servant of God. That's in fact the most significant aspect of akhlaq, and the highest level of akhlaq is to recognize God as the authority and the power and the one observing us at all times, and therefore be concerned about pleasing God and being good in the eyes of God before anyone else, before anyone or anything else. This is very important for Islamic ethics. When we say Islamic ethics, because we have different schools of ethics. Inshallah, one day I'll elaborate on the schools of ethics that they speak of in social studies nowadays. And there are different schools. Some of them, they suggest that Akhlaaq or ethics are relative, or they change with time. As time goes on, something that is not ethical could become ethical, and something that is ethical could become unethical. And, this is one of their suggestions. Another suggestion that they make is that it is about increasing or maximizing pleasure. Ethics are all about that. Now, the bigger the circle you draw in terms of the people you're maximizing the pleasure of, then the better it is. There are different suggestions again. When it comes to Islamic ethics, our concern is to make sure that God is pleased with us. Islamic or religious ethics, if you want. There's a lot more to say when it comes to Islamic ethics than many other religious schools. I would say it is not just in ethics, in many other fields. In Islam, there's a lot more to say because we have the elaborate teachings of the Prophet and Ahlul Bayt, sallallahu alayhi ajma'een, and they are standards, they're not just theories. Okay, the Prophet and the Prophet and the Ahlul Bayt, they have given us the details based on revelation, based on what God has revealed to them or to the Prophet, and the Prophet taught his Ahlul Bayt, his family, his progeny, and therefore they are the best example, the perfect example, and through their words and through their actions, we can achieve the highest level of morality that is not subject to change with time. Whatever they teach us is the standard for humanity, because God created humanity, He knows what humanity needs and is, and therefore what is changing with time is us deviating, God forbid. And we see that in the societies, and then later on they realize that how far they had gone and how far from even providing happiness and pleasure to humanity in this world they are when they deviate from the teachings of God and the prophets of God and Prophet of Islam, as well as the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Inshallah, we'll continue from next week, elaborating on the Akhlaaq taught by Ahlul Bayt, specifically, I mentioned before, specifically by Amir al-Mu'mineen sallallahu alayhi, who was the first student and the best student of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I want to focus on some of his words, specifically one sermon in which he describes the Prophet himself. Amir al-Mu'mineen describes the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Through that, inshallah, we can improve in our akhlaq, in our ethics and morals. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the opportunity to continuously purify and better ourselves, never to think that we are perfect, always to realize that there is room for us to improve, and therefore continuously purify and do tazkiyah. We ask Him to make us amongst those who listen to what's said and follow what's best. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآله